All right, guys. So as I said before, I'm going to do 3B. Then I want you to do A and C. All right, and then I will do A and C before we move on to the others. So with B, we're to find X and Y. Please note you need to find them in alphabetical order. So if you have X and Y, I want you to first find X and then find Y. Now, if you look carefully, you'll see that 2X and 56, they are between the parallel lines, and angles which are between the parallel lines are called interior angles. Now, when two interior angles are on the same side of the transversal, those two interior angles are called co-interior angles, and they add up to 180 degrees. So what I would say is, I would say 2x plus 56 degrees is equal to 180 degrees, and I would give the reason. They are co-interior angles. Please note, in the question you're asked to determine giving a reason for each answer. If you do not give the reason, you are going to lose marks. So then I'm going to have 2x is equal to 180 minus 56. So 2x is equal to 124, I think. Then I'm going to divide both sides by 2. And therefore, I'm going to get x is equal to 62 degrees. All right, x is 62 degrees. Next, if you notice carefully, y is equal to 56 degrees. They are alternate angles. Y is equal to 56 degrees. They are alternate angles. Now, alternate angles are formed when the parallel lines and the transversal are used to write a Z. So if I do this, you notice that there's a Z. These two angles are equal. They're called alternate angles. All right, so I just did B, showing you exactly how the question should be answered. Now I'd like for you to try A and C. So I'm doing A, and in A is very simple. I can say that the angle A is equal to 61 degrees, and the reason for that is that the two angles are alternate angles. So sometimes I write out the full word, sometimes I write it in shorthand. Alternate angles are formed when the parallel lines and the transversal are used to write a Z. So that's A and 61. They are equal. They are called alternate angles. All right. So the answer to A is a one-line answer. Let's have a look now at C. In C, remember we need to try and find the answers in alphabetical order. I can say that 3A is equal to 105 degrees. The two angles are corresponding angles. Now, corresponding angles are angles which are in the same position when parallel lines are cut by a transversal. They are the angles around each intersection which are in the same position. 105 is the top left angle, and at the next intersection, 3A is also the top left angle. So 3A is equal to 105. They are corresponding angles. So to find out what A is, I'm going to divide both sides by 3, not A. I'm going to divide both sides by 3. So now I get A is equal to 35 degrees. That's A. All right, this would be my answer to B. B is equal to 105 degrees. They are vertically opposite angles. I did tell you that the things that you learned last time, they still apply. You still need to look out for them. B is equal to 105 degrees. They are called vertically opposite angles. Lastly, 3A plus C is equal to 180 degrees. They are angles on a straight line. But 3A is equal to 105. So therefore, C would be equal to 180 minus 3A, which is 105. Therefore, C is equal to 75 degrees. So A is 35, B is 105, C is 75 degrees. All right, so next let's look at the D part of the question. All right, so continuing, we need to find out the size of angle A and angle B. Would you believe me if I said to you that angle A is equal to 66 degrees? They are corresponding angles. Angle A is equal to 66 degrees. They are corresponding angles. Let me try and see if I can show it. I'm extending this this transversal. All right, no. All right, so I'm extending this parallel line to try and make it clearer. Extending this one, extending this transversal. Now, let's try and see if we can block out some information. If I try and block out this in the middle here. I'm trying to block out some information. All right, now what I just did, you need to try and see if you can do it mentally. Mentally. Could I mentally block out that information to see, can you see clearly now that A is equal to 66 degrees? Can everybody see clearly? Answer please. Can you see clearly? Did you get A is equal to 66 degrees? Help me please. See there clearly. They are corresponding angle. A to the right is the top left angle, and to the left, 66 is in the same position. A is equal to 66 degrees. They are corresponding angles. So now let us let us find out what B is. Can anybody tell me what B is equal to and why? Anybody? Can anybody tell me what B is equal to and why? Help me please, anybody? All right, I'm going to do something again. I'm going to extend, that's a parallel line. This is a transversal, extend them. The parallel lines, I extend them. All right, then now I'm going to try and erase some of the information. And I told you that this is something you need to try and do mentally. I'm going to try and erase some of the information. Another thing I used to tell students is this. Whenever you look at these questions, you need to look at the question one transversal at a time. What is a transversal? A transversal is any straight line that connects or cuts across two or more parallel lines. When you're looking at the problem, try and look at it one transversal at a time. Now, based on the information that you see now, what is the size of the angle B? Come on, guys, anybody? 51. Why is B 51? It's not corresponding. They are alternate angles. B is equal to 51 degrees. They are alternate angles. Now, alternate angles are formed when the parallel lines and the transversal are used to write a Z. Watch it. Do you see the Z? B and 51. All right, let's erase all that information. Now, what I just did, you need to try and be able to do that mentally. It will take practice, but you will get there eventually. All right, in E, I'm going to extend these parallel lines. All right, those are parallel lines. This is a transversal. All right, based on that, who can tell me what A is equal to and give me the reason? I'm doing E. I'm doing E. Who can tell me what A is equal to and give me the reason for your answer? Very good. I agree with you. A is equal to 70 degrees. They are corresponding angles. Corresponding angles are angles which are in the same position. 70 is below the parallel line and to the right. A is also below the parallel line and to the right. They are in the same position. So that is A. Now let's try and determine B. So I extend parallel lines down there. This is the transversal. So there are two parallel lines and two transversals. What is the relationship between B and the 65 degrees? Can anybody tell me? Very good. They are both between the parallel lines and they are on the same side of the transversal. They are called co-interior angles. So then I'm going to say B plus 65 is equal to 180 degrees. They are co-interior angles. Co-interior angles are between the parallel lines and they're on the same side of the transversal. B is equal to 180 minus 65. B is equal to 115 degrees. Let me tell you what you're going to find C. Can you see this triangle here? Do you see this triangle here? The angles in the triangle must add up to what? C plus 65 plus 70 is equal to 180 degrees. They are the interior angles of a triangle. This would be 135 is equal to 180. C would be equal to 180 minus 135 degrees. C is equal to 45 degrees. These are the interior angles of a triangle. That would be the reason for your answer.